Hey everybody, it is Justin, your guide into the other side. Let's talk about Season 1 leaderboard being complete. We got an official update from Yuga Labs Gaming today. We have our leaderboard rewards as well as our shattered loot. So there are two links basically. If you paste your wallet address after the link for wallet, you can find what you won per the leaderboard. And if you also if you need to check your shattered loot per deed that you had that you were fighting on, then you can paste the deed ID number after the other deed link. So basically what this means, the wallet checker looks up an individual wallet and does not account for delegation. So you may have to check both wallets. Anyways, I'm not going to go into that. The page is simply for loot validation. So no one actually has their loot right now. No one has it minted. It's just assigned essentially within databases for that. So the loot inventory and minting comes in early 2024. So what does that mean? Early 2024, we can kind of get a more closer date for that. Personally speaking, you can kind of take a look at the leaderboard per the hunt. Basically, the Creation Evolved season ends in 67 days and 14 hours. If we drop 67 days from today as of this video, that date is February 27th, 2024. So personally, I think that kind of correlates to probably Magic Eden launching the new marketplace. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that as well. But let's just swap over to everything we need to know about what's going on at the moment. So I'll just tell you what I'm doing, right? I just have my one Mycelium tier 2 deed here with my epic and my common Mara. I'm still fighting my Obsidian shattered boss. Essentially, I have like 4 days left for my master chest here. I'm definitely not going to beat it because I've only managed to, take only a half and a little bit more of the HP. So, that's kind of what I anticipated, things to get a little bit more difficult as we go into like a super vanilla season 2. Nothing's necessarily changed. So again, I'm just trying to get as much loot as I can. And speaking of loot, well, before we talk about loot, we can actually talk about fragments, right? So fragments are going pretty quickly. Bodging Swamp sitting at 34%. Chemical Goo next at 77%. The rest are above around 90%. So if you're farming that, feel free to keep chilling and farming that if you if you so desire. Anyways, let's move on to the loot. So like I said, since we're just farming loot, the deed that I hunted on last season with my common and epic, I was able to farm one legendary hanger part, and then basically, I also got an epic serum city box for tier 2, and then also I got some engine parts and some hanger parts of varying varieties and I guess rarity. So basically that's cool. Maybe I'll be able to have enough to get a ship, but you need 10 of each part, and that probably comes after season 3 to get all the anyways. We'll talk about ships in just a moment, but right, like so far, if we're actually looking at the tier 2 seasonal loot at the moment, some of the Forgotten Runes loot is already, mined out, essentially fought out for. There's some Renga loot left. There's a bunch of Serum City boxes as well as a ton of ship parts. But I think World of Women, the legendary Blazing Plasma loot is out, so there's still epic down to common, and then there's some, I'm definitely in the way, but there's applied primate crafting loot as well. So again, like I've said in the past, I think loot is probably going to be equipable to your battle ally. I'm not necessarily sure if you have to have the same battle ally as the loot that you're holding. Thematically maybe, but maybe they just grant more general type of buffs where you can just equip it. That I feel like that's easier. But again, probably have cross-verse utility when the other partner collections start cooking or already are cooking at the moment. I know Serum City is doing their thing right now, which is very exciting. So again, let's talk about spacecraft. So the only places outside of the other game guide too is that I found verbiage on spacecraft is, well, I'll have to keep looking, but so basically if you defeat Shattered, you can get loot famous. So again, use your newfound riches and build parts for a spacecraft. Aliens not included, probably. So some thematic elements, but ultimately the biggest tell is down here, right? At this box, right here. So it says Otherside exploration, right? So Voyager's got a voyage. Soon you'll be able to journey into the outer reaches of Otherside. So to get there, you'll need to rake in loot, and some of which will help you build a spacecraft. So that's directly Otherside related, and since spaceships come after season 3, I would assume season 3 is like later in 2024, right? So season 2 will end in February, and season 3 will probably start in March, and then I don't know, it'll take a couple months for us to get down the line. And by that point, I think we will have an Otherside experience, and another trip. And with regards to that, if you guys have been keeping track of like the friends and the battle allies, I think they all have 3D models. So maybe we get we're kind of building up. We saw the Meebits with Metropolis. We also saw Basie with the Bored Ape Yacht Club. I think it becomes logical that we can have. I think a lot of people will be able to wear the friend allies in the next Otherside trip. Maybe use ships. But again, that's just speculation on my part. So feel free to let me know what you think. So again, that's all I got. Just kind of, figuring out your loot, figuring out what you got, fighting, the stuff that you got right now, farming, etc., etc. So definitely, I guess we'll just keep an eye on things. So anyways, that's all I got for tonight. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your evening and a happy holidays. Definitely hit that smash. Gosh, I can't speak today, guys. Anyways, hit that like and subscribe button. You know what to do. You guys know where to find me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.